Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. Today I'm telling you all about straw singer for beginners. My name is Jorgelina. I'm a vocal coach. I work online and in Auckland in person. I help people sing contemporary music from a holistic and healthy approach. Now, as I said today, I'm going to talk a little bit about straw singing technique. I'm going to talk about whether it's a good or not for you, what is the right technique for it, and how to use it to improve your voice. Now, the first point, is it good or not for you? Well, it depends. For some people it's good, for some people it's not. And I do think it has a lot to do with the way you use it. Because seriously, most people don't really do it in a way that really helps. And just by tweaking a few things that I'm going to show you today, then you can fix that. As a singer, you need to start developing right away your awareness for your own instrument. You have to really become familiar with the sensations and develop that because, of course, this is not an instrument that we can physically see inside. So you have to really become familiar with your sensations. So if you are doing scales or anything like that with a straw and you find that your voice sounds worse afterwards, then of course it's not good for you. Provided that, of course, you use the right technique. I will say for most people, it will work out quite well. And the reason for this is that most people, of at least the people that I come across as singing students, tend to push too much their voice. And so when your pressure is too much, it can be helpful to sing through the straw because that is going to help you diminish it. But when people have a really good technique and they work with a low pressure system technique for a number of years, then some people feel that it might actually increase the pressure. So careful with that. It's not for everyone. There is a lot of research on the topic, and apparently it can be good also to help you out with some voice pathologies such as nodules. I know speech therapists that work with that, but I'm not a speech therapist. I am a vocal coach, so I am not going to mess with that. But if that is you and you want more help on that, then you can research online. There is a lot of people that can help you out with that. Also, choosing the right straw for you is very important. The way this works, this is part of the semi-occluded vocal tract exercises that are quite common these days. So basically, the thinner the straw, the more advanced you have to be because you're going to have to be better at regulating the pressure. For example, the thick straw with water, that apparently tends to be the most helpful one, especially for beginners, provided that you are using the right technique, of course. So this one is about 1 centimeter of diameter, and the minimum it needs to be to use it with water is 1 centimeter to 1.5 centimeters, basically a hose that you can buy. So that is the one for beginners, and it also apparently it has a very good massaging effect to the vocal cord. If it is less than 1 centimeter of diameter, you need to be more advanced because it's going to require more coordination from your vocal cords. So this one, for example, is quite thick, so it's going to be easier. It's much more gentle, and then as you become more advanced, you can use a thinner one. I can already feel that I need to be a little bit more attentive of how I sing. And finally, this is like Hercules level, like super thin and not for beginners. That one is like super powerful, but you have to be really familiar with the technique, and that takes a while. How the straw thing works, basically you have pressure that comes below the glottis, which is the space between your vocal cords, is a subglottal pressure. Then you have a supraglottal pressure, and usually those pressures are not balanced. So if you see opera singers, for example, you're going to see that they round quite a bit, and classical technique is the one you're always going to see that rounding, but in contemporary singing we also have to develop that rounding for that same reason. When you don't have that to develop yet, this can help you out because it gives you that back pressure. That has a number of benefits. It brings your vocal cords to a better position, but also, of course, it helps you regulate the air pressure that you use when you sing, which is one of the main problems in vocal technique. Now, let's talk about how to use a correct vocal technique when you're using your straw. First of all, make sure that you are holding the straw with your fingers, not with your lips. Of course, your lips are resting there, but not this. Tensing everything, not good. So we're going to hold the straw with our fingers. We are going to place it parallel to the floor, and we're going to round the lips around the straw. And make sure that there is no gap of air, or there is no gaps between your lips and the straw, like this. Some people do that. That's not going to be helpful for you at all. In fact, it's going to be detrimental for your voice. So make sure that you are absolutely closing the space. And if you're not, that might be because your lips are not toned enough. You need toned lips for singing. this is also going to help you with that. Also make sure that you are not closing your teeth. I'm going to close my teeth like this. Not good. So your teeth are open, are apart from each other. It's as if you were singing an ooh sound with a good technique, of course. Not ooh, but ooh. Your teeth are apart. Ooh, you can place your fingers there and check. Now, how to make sure that you are actually singing in a way that helps you. When you sing and you tap the edge of the straw, the sound should absolutely and completely stop. Like this. If I sing and I tap while singing and the sound keeps on going, then I am being too nasal and that is not going to help you. It's going to be detrimental for your voice. Another reason why sometimes it might not be helpful. So if I do this, and the sound keeps coming, not good. So get your technique right before you try your scales and your songs with the straw. Now, how do we actually use it for singing? You can use this with a lot of scales, for example, to warm up your voice, to cool down your voice, and as a training tool when you, for example, need to travel, go to a hotel room or things like that, and you cannot be loud, basically. So this is going to allow you to sing in a more discreet way. So you can use this to sing scales. The most gentle one that I can recommend is to sing slides through the straw. You can go up and down like this. Or you can go down and up if it feels better. You can also use it to sing songs. For example, let's say that I'm trying to sing If I Were a Boy by Beyonce, and I found that a little bit hard, so I can try it with my straw, and I'm going to make sure that the transition between the sounds are smooth, even if in the song they are not. Of course, when we sing the songs, we are going to sing it as it should be, but when we sing through the straw, we're going to keep it smoothly for vocal training purposes. So let's say I want to sing the chorus, If I Were a Boy, so I'm going to try it through my straw. And then when I sing it with the lyrics, it's going to be much easier. By the way, if you are interested in learning to expand your range in a healthy way, which can really help you with these songs, go to the description below because I have a resource for you that is free and you can download and start using right now. I think it's an amazing tool. For example, if you sing on stage, sometimes you have to be there really early and there is a lot of people and there is a lot of noise and you just don't have a space where you can warm up your voice, and this can be a great tool for that. Now, how to make sure that you are using these techniques properly? Well, as I say, I already told you how to make sure that you are producing sound the right way. Now, very important, while you sing scales, melodies, or whatever you sing, you want to make sure that you keep the air pressure as even as possible. If I was to keep my pressure uneven, as I would do if I didn't have good technique singing, it will sound something like this. See how I'm increasing the pressure? Well, that is not going to be helpful, all right? So if you keep the air pressure even, you are going to notice that my lips are going to start adjusting the way they are toned, and my mouth is going to start opening and closing as the voice requires it, all right? Just observe, I'm going to do a little scale up. So I am not thinking, oh, I need to open this and this and this for every single note. I'm just focusing on keeping the air pressure even. And then as a result, my mouth is going to open because the pressure needs that. So if you are singing through the straw and you see that nothing moves, probably your pressure is a little bit too uneven and that is not good for your voice. Of course, pressure is going to change, but it's millimetrical, not dramatic. One of the reasons why we damage our voice is because of that unevenness, and of course, if the pressure is not balanced to start with. So all those things you can help with this tool if you know how to use it properly, as I showed you before. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you like it, please subscribe because I am always posting content on how to make sure that you are singing with the right technique. I'll see you in the next one.